sesh on labour turnover. So labour turnover is the rate at which employees leave a business over a time period. The formula is as follows. It's number of staff leaving divided by the number of staff employed by the business times by 100 because it's expressed as a percentage. Now, key thing is you ideally want to have a low labour turnover. The reason why is because if it's high, these are the problems that you might be faced with as an organisation. Increased recruitment and selection costs as you need to replace those who have left the business. You might lose experience within your business. You might lose knowledge within your business, and that could be important to the future of your business. It might be demotivating for those other staff to constantly see their co-workers leaving the business. And it could have impacts for your labour productivity and therefore for your efficiency. Now, the causes of high labour turnover are often as follows: poor working conditions, so therefore people leave the business. It could be lower pay versus the industry average or versus your key rivals. It could be high capacity utilisation, we're talking 100% here, and therefore leading to burnout. You might want to bring that back down to a more sustainable number. And then we're thinking about poor training, and therefore you don't feel like you have career development, and therefore you might leave the business. And poor management. Now let's think about the solutions to improving your labour turnover if it's problematic for your organisation. So you could improve your working conditions, you could improve your pay, of course, versus the industry. You could look to reduce your capacity utilisation to a more sustainable number. Obviously, you're going to get a bit more flexibility here, but it might have implications on efficiency, but it depends what we're talking. Are we talking about moving from 100% to 95%? Well, that might be useful for the organisation. And then training, of course, will help offset that problem of poor training and feel like you can't advance within that organisation. And also exit interviews. You might just want to find out the root cause of the problem. Why is labour turnover so high in the organisation? And by conducting those exit interviews, you might find that out. Now, the last thing to think about is that some businesses, well, they're less fussed about having a high labour turnover. It might be businesses where there's always a large pool of workers that they can recruit and select from. It might be that there's actually just limited recruitment costs involved. It's quite easy to find these workers. There's not much investment in terms of getting them up to speed in terms of induction training. And you see that quite commonly in the fast food industry. So the key thing for evaluation is there are some industries where they're less fussed about having a high labour turnover, and so it's worth just being aware of that. Hope that helps. I'll see you at the next sesh.